It's JamesAnimalHarrison. It's time for a new lesson today. We're going to do a very short, quick lesson today on an exercise that I've used with a lot of people. I kind of stole this from Dennis DeLucia's rudimental sequence. It's a way to practice your drags to get faster on the triplet versions that is very common in the marching world. A drag is nothing. If you don't know it, you can go back and watch my video lessons from a year or so ago. I went through all the rudiments using words and stuff to teach it. But I say the word get a and then buck. Get a buck. Get a on one hand. Get a buck. Together. Get a buck. 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 That's a drag. Okay? And it's on the rudiment chart that way. Now, we have a drag tap. You can say get a buck, 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 get. But the more common version that you hear in the marching world is to play triplets and diddle the middle note. So if I play triplets, one triplet, two triplet, and then double that middle note. That's the more common way, and it's the way that's heavily used in marching band. So to way to help yourself learn to do that, I find that even though the triplets are spaced apart more so than 16th notes are, if you can practice doing the 16th notes, I think you'll eventually get a better feel for the triplets, especially when you move on to flams. And I'll try to explain what I'm talking about here. So if I take 2 16ths and an eighth, the rhythm is 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN. But I'm going to say the word coconut and accent the coke. Coconut, 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 coconut. Now I'm going to diddle the coconut, 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 coconut. Okay, so. Okay, because of the rhythm that it's used in, the 2 8ths and 2 16ths and an eighth, it squeezes everything together a little bit. And I feel like if you can work on that, then the triplet version becomes very easy because it seems way more open. So if I play 4 triplets, and then diddle the middle note. Now I'll do it the 16th and 8th way. So. I feel like that's a little bit more dense, a little bit more tighter to play, and if you can get your hands and fingers to work, it makes the triplet version seem way easier. Okay, the triplet version is much more common, but I feel like a lot of people never learn the other way. And in the olden days, the interpretation of the rudiments seemed much tighter. So that's why I talk about doing this. So if I go faster. Okay, so where's my net? Well, I don't have it handy, but if I do the same tempo, so I went from the 16ths to the triplets. You see how much more open they seem. So if you can learn to do the 16th way, I think it helps you get smoother on the triplet version. And then you can invert that as well. This is what Dennis DeLucia does on this rudimental thing. So if I play the coconut, I'm going to change it to 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and accent the end. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So you can think of going nut, coconut, 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 if you want to think that. Or you can say strawberry, 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 strawberry. It's up to you. It's 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So I just move the accent, or move the entire rhythm over by an eighth note. And then what I'm going to do is follow the accent with a diddle again. Okay, nut, coconut, sorry, nut, coconut, 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 coconut. Okay, so that If I go faster, like, and then I think that learning to do that way, again, opens it up and makes, because you have to squeeze it in so much tighter, it makes the triplet version easier. So take that same exercise and do it with a flam, you know. And then it helps you get a flam drag better. Flam drag, take it with the triplet, 1, 2, 3. Find the first note, diddle the second note. Do it in a 16th note version. You could also go back to the first version we did with coconut and diddle the note following the flam, and it gets a tighter version, which eventually makes the other versions easier to play. So again, because if I play it fast, you see it's a little easier again. The second one's much more relaxed. So the basic idea of this is to learn how to play drags and flam drags in the more modern contemporary version. Practice doing it with 16ths and 8ths, doing the word coconut or 1 EN. Put flams on. Master that, your other part will come better. You can shift that to the upbeat too if you want, that's up to you. So give it a try. It's just an exercise that seems to work for me and has worked for a lot of my students in the past. I hope I didn't ramble on too much, but give it a try. Thanks.